so far, you know, you are really in charge of your career, guys. Okay. You are the CEO of your career. Don't expect your parents, your counselor, your teachers, anybody, or even the counselor, the college guidance counselor you pay thousands of dollars to really help you out. You're really on your own, frankly. I mean, nobody really cares about your career more than you do. Your parents do, but ultimately you own your own career. So a big part of what I'm trying to do in these sessions is really give you ownership. So you start learning the process. So you can't really hide behind saying that process is so hard, because I've actually simplified it down into a arithmetic problem. Okay. So that's the big goal here, is that you can take ownership for yourself. Don't stress out. Everybody does get admitted. I still don't know anybody who did never got admitted into a college. Of course, if you apply only to all the Ivy League schools, yeah, you might not get admitted, but everybody gets into colleges. And you can see statistically, half the colleges in this country never land up even filling up their seats. And this is out of 3,000 colleges. Most colleges in this country are top notch. So you can see enrollment rates are also dropping for various reasons. So don't stress over it. Just enjoy the journey, because the journey is a lot of fun. So this process is, it's an emotional roller coaster. You're going to go through a lot of frustrations, anger, a lot of things your parents are going to cause, your peers are going to cause, tabloids talking about Harvard being 4% acceptance rate, all that bullshit's going to come your way. A lot of marketing, a lot of stress from people who really haven't gone through the process. There will be the fear of the unknown because you don't know the process. Lots of moving parts, but that's what I'm trying to get out of here, okay? Attention to detail is super critical. Okay? One comma, one mistake, one period lost in your application, in your resume, or in the essays could pretty much cost you an entire application. Okay? So be very careful, pay a lot of attention to the details. But again, ultimately, this is not rocket science. There is only so many permutations and combinations involved, and that's what I will be talking about. Colleges look for these 5-6 things in your application. 50% of your application is your GPA. So if your GPA is not in the 3.7, 3.8 ranges or higher, forget it. Go into a decent college, or decent meaning a good college. Again, I'm a type A dad, so don't take my word for it, but anything over 3.8 is good, but you want to get there. 50% is GPA. Demonstrated interest is super important. The cool school you're going to go to, you better interview with them. You better go to their website multiple times, be on their email list, click on the links when they come to you, do all that stuff, because you've got to show demonstrated interest. Extracurriculars, very important. Extracurriculars, not just to be the best badminton player. Extracurriculars can be things that you do with the Salvation Army, or what you've done during COVID times to help somebody. If you give a talk at the Rotary Club, talk about that. Extracurriculars can be just tutoring somebody. Okay? Recommendation letters, very important. One recommendation letter people forget is the recommendation letter they get from their counselor in the school counselor. Your teachers will send you letters, will put letters together for you. Make sure all those letters are going blind, which means you never get to see them. But the rec letter from the school counselor, I was told when I took the class, was super critical. Having a very good relationship with your guidance counselor in the school is very important all 4 years. Test scores, of course. Test scores don't get you in, they keep you out. So as long as you have an ACT, SAT which is reasonable, like an ACT which is over 32, 33, and SAT which is over 1400, you're good to go. I'm talking about, of course, the top schools in the country.